how's it going? I'm your host Bridget Shields, and let's take a look at the top 10 celebrities who believe Will Smith's video apology. Number 10. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The NBA legend seemed to take Will Smith at his word when the actor apologized for slapping comedian Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. Quote, "There is no part of me that thinks that that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults." Abdul-Jabbar voiced his support for Will Smith and made it clear that he doesn't believe Smith is just trying to save his own skin. Quote, "I'm going to look at his words and accept that they are sincere and honest. I'm going to believe that after a lengthy period of soul-searching, family rebuilding, and moral prioritizing, he was ready to face a shocked and disapproving world, one that may no longer be rooting for him." The NBA star seemed to have a lot of sympathy for the actor, as he later added that he is rooting for him. It does look like he did a full 180 though, considering that Abdul-Jabbar was among one of the first people to criticize him following the incident. So while some might see the apology video as a shallow attempt to rehabilitate his image, at least Will has a strong supporter on his side. Number 9. Jessie Woo. The Haitian-American comedian, media personality, and singer had some of her own thoughts about Will's new video. She said that her favorite part was his clarification of his longtime wife Jada Pinkett Smith's involvement with the incident. Quote, "My favorite part of Will Smith's apology is him making it clear that Jada never told him to do anything to Chris after his joke." Jessie went on to call out the many people who built a following off of blaming Jada and targeting her with their hatred for something that Will did. She claims that people are desperate to make her the villain in the situation. In his video, Will was asked whether or not his wife had asked her husband to do anything after visibly rolling her eyes at Chris Rock's joke, before he stormed off the stage and slapped him across the face. But the actor clarified the speculation and simply said no, that he made the choice on his own from his own experiences and history with Chris Rock. In fact, he said that Jada had nothing to do with it. So while a key aspect of his video that's driving the social divide is whether or not Will was a victim or a perpetrator of trauma, most people have agreed that the shot of Jada giving Will the look was not an indication of her encouraging him in any way. Number 8. Dr. Shola Mos-Shogbamimu. The lawyer, politician, and women's rights activist called Will's apology raw and human, as she was clearly able to empathize with what the actor was trying to say. Quote, "Will Smith apology. I felt it. It's raw and human. I was very disappointed by his actions that night, and it looks like he doesn't understand it too, but makes no excuses." But while Dr. Shola was appreciative of Will's public gesture, she also said that Chris Rock's decision to stay away from the actor and take the time he needed was something to be respected. Dr. Shola is no stranger to voicing her opinion when it matters. In fact, she recently slammed Piers Morgan after he tried to defend the royal family against racism allegations after the Oprah interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. While she was on Good Morning Britain, the activist slammed Piers for defending the royal family and calling the interview an absolute disgraceful betrayal. So after going through all that, it's no surprise that she thinks the apology was genuine and is able to see it from a more well-rounded perspective. Number 7. Jamie Foxx. The Oscar-winning actor expressed his support for his longtime friend by commenting on an Instagram post of Will's apology video. Jamie said, quote, "Love you bro, you're still that young man from Philly that we fell in love with a long time ago." He then went on to say that Will's true fans have never stopped loving him, and that they are with him through the good, the bad, and the indifferent. He ended the post optimistically by saying that he looks forward to seeing Will and Chris patch things up between them and become friends again. It's good to see that Jamie Foxx has chosen to support Will and accept his apology, but it's funny that he's helped out the comedian Dave Chappelle in a similar incident that occurred this year. That's right, in May, he reportedly helped Dave Chappelle fight off a man who rushed the stage and tackled the comedian during a stand-up set at the Hollywood Bowl as a part of the Netflix Is a Joke festival. According to the Associated Press, security guards also chased and overpowered the attacker. The man who tackled him was later taken away in an ambulance before Chris Rock took the stage, jokingly asking if the man was Will Smith, who just slapped Rock on the stage at the Oscars in March. Gotta love the parallels there. Number 6. Billy Porter. The American actor, singer, and writer was a guest on The View, and he discussed Will Smith's latest apology video for the Oscar slap that occurred earlier that year. Porter praised Will for not blaming the incident on anyone but himself and taking accountability for his own actions. Quote, "It's nice to see that it's no longer the devil made me do it. It's not the devil's fault, it's your fault. To take responsibility for that is the right thing to do. Porter implied that now, with all things considered, he wouldn't judge him for just having a bad day. But his attitude towards Smith was a little different earlier that year. While speaking to Entertainment Tonight, Porter gave a thoughtful and forceful condemnation of the incident, likening Smith's behavior to unchecked misogyny, and said that it's upsetting and really disheartening when a version of masculinity shows up like that. He concluded his comments by saying Will's example of toxic masculinity has only made Porter more determined to be himself. And I will be the black queen that I am, because if that is the representation of what masculinity is supposed to be, I don't need it. So he's definitely changed his tune over the past 4 months. Number 5. Johnetta Elzie, the American civil rights activist and organizer of We the Protesters, was looking at Will's apology from a totally different angle. She wants to know if Jada Pinkett Smith ever got the apologies that she deserved in the incident. She tweeted, quote, "Did Jada get an apology from Chris Rock? Just wondering." She then went on to point out the ridiculousness of these so-called YouTube apologies, even calling the whole thing unnecessary. Quote, "Celebrity beef is different. Why is Will apologizing to Chris Rock, who is yachting in Croatia with Matthew McConaughey? That man ain't thinking about that damn slap." And Johnetta is not the only person who feels that Jada Pinkett Smith is the one who deserves an apology. In fact, many people are now starting to feel that it's unfair that Chris Rock never apologized to her for the tasteless joke he made in the first place. One Twitter user wrote that Will Smith is being compelled to apologize to Chris Rock, while the very idea of Chris Rock apologizing to Jada would likely get you laughed out of the room. It's interesting when you look at it that way. Number 4. Fraser MacDonald, the English YouTuber and commentator better known as I Never, has put his 2 cents in about the whole situation and looks at it from his own standpoint. While he condemned the Oscar slap in the first place, he was also able to sympathize with Will Smith. Quote, "I don't agree with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, but his apology to me is clearly so genuine and sincere. I'm also not really surprised the man slapped like he did. He has been constantly berated by the media for years now and made a mockery whenever he was vulnerable and sad." Fraser went on to say that we can either agree or disagree with Smith's actions at the Oscars, but he condemns how much context was removed from the build-up to the incident, and he hates how everyone believes the actor is now this awful human being. Right after the slap occurred, the YouTuber was quick to criticize the excessive backlash that the actor received. "It's crazy how they're doing more to punish Will Smith than they did to any Hollywood predator." To be fair, Will explained why he didn't mention Rock in his Best Actor acceptance speech and claimed that he was unable to focus in the moment and said everything went fuzzy, which is probably just down to the adrenaline of the situation. Number 3. Justin Tinsley, the American journalist specializing in hip-hop, pop culture, and sports, took to Twitter to express his support for Will Smith following his new video apology. How you feel about the Will Smith apology video is completely up to you, but him saying disappointing people is my central trauma, that resonated with me on a different level. It appears that Will's apology really hit home for the journalist. And he believed that it was a genuine way for the actor to say sorry for the incident that took place 4 months ago. In the 5-minute long video, Will Smith took his time to apologize to Chris Rock as he shared the current dynamic between the two. With Rock still not ready to talk to the actor about the incident, Smith made it clear that he will stay put and wait for Rock to find his footing, and whatever he does, he will be there to listen. He also clarified that Jada did not direct him to get on the stage and take action. The rash decision was entirely his own doing. Number 2. Sheree Zampino, Will Smith's first wife and mother to his son Trey Smith, took to Instagram to express her love and support for her ex-husband following the release of his apology video that still seems to have the internet really divided. She addressed her comment directly to Will, saying, quote, "You are so loved. My prayer is that the grace you've extended to so many will be given to you." It's good to see that she's publicly supporting the actor now, considering that she's been silent for quite some time following the incident. During the infamous slap, Zampino was watching alongside her co-stars from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at an Oscars viewing party. An insider source close to the star claimed that after the altercation, Sheree looked embarrassed and reportedly skedaddled from the viewing party, which was brimming with other stars, probably in an effort to avoid being questioned by the other celebrities. But on Instagram, she kept things positive and showed her support by posting a photo of herself with Will, which was taken after the awards ceremony, with the caption, "Epic night, congratulations again, when one wins, we all win, #family first." And coming in at number 1, Tyrese Gibson. In a post shared on Instagram, Tyrese Gibson reacted positively to Will's apology and had nothing but praise for him, even referring to the actor as his hero. He wrote a heartfelt comment on the Instagram post of the video, quote, "We all just watched a video with all heart that would have never been uploaded from anyone on earth like this but Will Smith. After 3 months, as so much other stuff has happened in the world, he's been paused and put in mental, emotional, and traumatic prison." Tyrese went on to say that when you actually care for people and how you affect them with your words and your choices, you lose a lot of sleep over those tiny mistakes. The actor and R&B singer rallied behind his friend. Quote, "Will Smith, if you see this message, big bro, the real ones out here love you and have never stopped loving you, because we know that you are human." He added words of encouragement and support, saying that he has never stopped loving everyone caught up in the incident, including Chris Rock and his family, as well as the Smiths. But Tyrese also called out the hypocrisy and claimed that Will only broke the internet because of who he was, and insisted that if anyone else did it, quote, "it would have been in the blogs for 4 days and been over," which is a really interesting take. Well guys, thank you so much. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.